Hi guys, Bella decided to join today. So my week 6 presentation speech is going to be over softball. Bases are loaded, the game is tied. It's the bottom of the 7th and there are 2 outs with a batter up and a 3-2 count. The next batter is sweaty and a nervous mess. The pitcher begins her windup and it's a fastball on the outside corner. The batter starts to swing. It's a base hit into right center. The runner on third runs in. The team comes running out of the dugout, jumping up and down, hugging everyone. I chose to talk about softball because softball has been a huge part of my life. I started playing when I was like 3 or 4, and I still play today. I play at Mount Vernon. The game of softball is so exciting and thrilling. There are skills and fundamentals that come along with softball. Today I'm going to inform everyone the fundamentals of softball. I will discuss how the game is played, what equipment is needed, and overall enjoyment of the sport. Softball fundamentals are used to prevent errors. The game of softball is a game of reactions and quick decisions. Every softball player has to trust the ability to play the game and play it correctly, and it is very important. It also leads to less errors along the road. To play softball, you have to be on your toes and ready to move at any second. I say that because in softball, when you're playing the field on defense, you have to be ready, and the ball could be hit at you as a ground ball or a line drive or a pop-up, whatever it may be. So how the game is played, it comes with very different techniques. There are 7 innings in a game. There's a top and a bottom of the inning. There are 9 positions. There is catcher, pitcher, first base, second base, shortstop, third base, left field, center field, and right field. The away team bats at the top of the innings, while the home team plays out in the field. So the away team would be called offense when they are batting, and the team in the field would be called defense. Once the home team gets 3 outs, which outs is the batter could strike out, the batter could fly out, which pop up, which is a ball that goes all the way up in the air. The batter could line drive out, which is a straight line drive to somebody. The batter could also ground out, which is a ball that rolls on the ground to a position and they throw it to first and get her out. Once the home team gets 3 outs, then the away team gets to go out to the field and the home team gets to bat. So each batter gets 4 balls and gets 3 strikes. The balls are considered, there's a plate and it has a corner. It's like this, and then it goes down, and then there's a flat line. So the ball, if the ball does not cross the plate, or if the ball is too high or too low, the strike zone for most umpires, not all umpires are the same, is the knees to about chest area right here. If the ball goes above that or below that, then that is considered a ball. A strike is anywhere between the chest and the knees, and it has to cross the plate. So then there are also called walks, and that is when the batter gets 4 balls. So it could be, a count of 3-2, and the pitcher pitches and the last ball is a ball, and that is your 4th ball. So then you get to go take first base and you just jog down there. So there are 4 bases. There is first base, second base, third base, and home. So home is right here, then you run to first, then second, then third, then home. So for a batter, when the ball gets through the infield and they don't throw it to first, it's called a single. If the ball gets through the infield and past the outfielder, or it's just a really well hit, It's called a double. Same thing for a triple. A triple would be getting to third base. And then a home run is all the way around the bases. Or you could hit the ball out of the so-called park or over the fence. There is a thing called a grand slam. And a grand slam is when the bases are completely loaded, which means there's a runner on first, second, and third, and then the batter is up and the batter hits the ball over the fence. That's a grand slam. Or even like if the batter hits it and they run all the way around the bases, that's a grand slam too. So for equipment in the field, you'll need a glove, and that's pretty much the main thing you'll need. For an at-bat, you need a helmet and a bat, maybe batting gloves, depending on if you want a better grip for the bat or if you just want to protect your hands, because your hands can get can have blisters on them. And then everyone needs to have cleats. In college, I know that we have spikes on our cleats, and that is just for better attraction, honestly. But honestly, the best part about softball was making friends. I know I went to a lot of different travel teams, and travel teams is when you play in the summer, and it's usually Friday, Saturday, Sunday tournament, and you get to travel all over the world. So one year we went to South Carolina. I had a couple friends that went to California, a couple friends South Dakota, Washington, Kentucky, Tennessee, everywhere, Maine, Florida, everywhere. I made a lot of new friends doing that, and you see most of the same teams when you play travel ball for so many years. Like, I played it, I think the youngest I started was probably like 6 or 7, so I played it for quite a while, and I quit when I turned 19. And then the last part of the speech is explain how I made the speech clear, interesting, and memorable. How I made the speech clear, I explained how the game was played with the different techniques and the fundamentals that you needed. Interesting, I started off with a little scenario type thing where a game winner or whatever, where I said the bases were loaded, the game was tied. That was exciting too. And memorable, I really hope that everybody remembers the game of softball and how I explained it. The game of softball is played pretty much the same, pretty similar as baseball. So, I mean, if you can watch baseball, you can watch softball. And to me, I think softball is way more interesting than baseball. Because in baseball, the bases are really far apart. For baseball, it's 90 feet apart. For softball, it's only 60 feet apart, so we don't have to run that much. Usually the baseball field is a lot bigger too. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.